Hello traders, ready for another successful evaluation review? If yes, let's go. Okay, so this time is Martin's turn to be under the looking glass, and we are going to analyze his successful 25k evaluation. Martin is from Slovakia and he is doing an awesome job managing this account. Judging by this profit factor, which is way above average, 4.8 means the mark of an insanely profitable trader. Win ratio confirms what I'm basically saying right here, and yes, you can see here that even traders with a 4.8 profit factor and an 83% win ratio still have periods of times where things don't go their way, but nonetheless the end game is important, and the end game means that you get funded. And yeah, our trader did exactly this. Let's see what he is trading. So by the looks of it, it's only DAX, so Deutsche Aktienindex, or the German stock index. And by the looks of it, he is a day trader. Judging by the time span, sometimes uses take profits and stop losses, which I love to see. Let's check his most profitable trade first, and it's a trade that rendered him 2%, so maybe he has a fixed target. We will have to check this out. So as I'm checking this chart, please check other clips. After this one, of course, we are posting account reviews on a weekly basis, and yeah, maybe there's something useful there for you guys. If you want something changed up there or have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. We want to build a community, and the community of successful traders, of course, and I want that each and every one of you take at least a nugget of wisdom from these account analysis. I can tell you that they helped me a lot in my trading as well. Now, why did our trader buy here? Well, maybe he was looking at this double bottom formation here. And yeah, as you can see from the previous history, this level was quite an important one. The market struggled to break it once, twice, 3 times here, 4, 5. So this level held. It was this uncomfortable dip here, which was meant basically to clear some stop losses. Fortunately for our trader, he didn't have one. And after that, the market went shooting to the upside, creating higher highs and higher lows, basically creating this ascending channel, and our trader decided to bank his profits at 2%. Nothing wrong with that. And yes, I love the entry, and I don't love the fact that he didn't have a stop loss, but judging by the profit, he wasn't in quite any substantial drawdown here. So awesome trade. Let's see his most loss-making trade, and then we are going to be moving to the next phase. As you can see, not really much in the losing trades department. Who wouldn't want this? Now, he bought here, but yeah, okay, so the market was printing a range. Lower low, lower-ish low, lower high, but then this started to be a consolidation range. And yes, our trader maybe saw the market tapping this here supply chain, because it was this one, lower low, went up, tapped it. Iffy lower low, if you ask me, not too much momentum right here. Let me zoom in for you guys so that you can have a clearer picture. So yeah, I love this momentum up to here, but I don't really like this mini slowdown here followed by a range. And yeah, our trader for sure saw that, but yeah, he basically based his sell here, his long here, sorry, on the fact that this whole range will be broken with momentum, and then the market will shoot up, maybe creating an inverted head and shoulders pattern, which, by the way, from the looks of it, and at least in my book, it was already completed where he bought. But yeah, nonetheless, good thing that he held his stop loss tight. So $355, 1.5%, I would like to say. Nothing really much to see here other than the fact that our trader is doing a masterful job at managing this account. Let's move on to phase 2. Okay, by the looks of it, phase 2 was a bit of a rocky patch for our trader. First of all, the performance chart is all over the place. He dipped quite much here, if you ask me. So 23,500 is the maximum daily loss. he went close to it. Now of course 5% profit, he banked it. Profit factor is way lower than it was in the previous phase. Something really happened here. As you can see, guys, the total wins almost match the total losses, of course excepting these 5%. Win ratio 1 yes 1 no, 50-50 coin toss over 20 trades. Let's see if something changed. Not really. Still DAX added some gold, but DAX is for sure his primary go-to pair where he decides to trade. And wow, now this is what I love to see, a $2,387 winner on a 25k account. So this is close to 10% impressive. Now let's see, this was a long that, by the way, took 2 days and 21 hours, so almost 3 days. We will have to update it up there because this is an important trade in our trader's history. And he bought here. Unfortunately, we don't have history to the left because we are checking the 1 minute time frame, and this trade went for quite a lot of time. So yeah, he bought at the end of a descending channel right here. Maybe he saw the momentum dying, maybe he saw some area here in which the market was coming in this nice zigzaggy balanced fashion, and then you can basically see the market printing higher lows, then printing higher highs, higher lows, and so on. What I love about this trader is the fact that he had this target. I don't know if he had it from the beginning, but it's a quite far away target to have. Stop loss was altered, so we don't really know where the initial stop loss was, maybe somewhere around this area. This trade also had an impressive R by the looks of it. And yes, love his patience, love the fact that after seeing that the market was basically consolidating here, he moved the stop loss below the consolidation. But take a look, guys, he had quite a generous buffer here. We have these consecutive almost equal lows, but he decided to protect the position even more by taking even this low into account. Fact that I love. We see a gap up opening in stocks. Something always cool to have when you're on the long side. The gap, of course, was filled, all the imbalance was taken care of, then some consolidation and the final push to the upside, and boy is this take profit beautiful. You don't see this every day. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can because this is a masterfully placed take profit. And yes, it was at 16k. We all know that even numbers or fixed values act as psychological supports or resistance, at least when trading stocks or indices. Now let's check his most loss-making trade as well, and then we will go to the funded account. This is a trade that only had a stop loss, and he bought here mostly because I think it's the same reasoning that we saw previous. The market began making higher highs and higher lows. Unfortunately, this was only a fake out. Things like these happened. He lost almost $700, so 2.7%, and yeah, nothing really much to say here other than the fact that from the looks of it, his time span in terms of holding trades increased. We can see numerous trades here that exceed the 1 day limit, so we have to note it up there. Let's go and see the funded account. Okay, funded account time. First trading cycle from Martin from Slovakia, and here is something you don't really see every day, and this is this 43.43% profit on a 25k account, so $10,000, 800 in profit. Congratulations, Martin, you did an awesome job. You basically smashed this account. I love to see that the profit factor improved from the previous phases, and also win rate stays the same, but I'm sure he had one hell of a trade here, and I am dying to see it. Nothing really changed in terms of pairs traded, still DAX. And yeah, really, okay, I was expecting a $9,000 winner here, so we have numerous consistent huge bangers here, so 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, on a 25k account, guys, a $3,000 wins. I know I'm stating the obvious, but that means 12% if I'm not mistaken, which is an insane amount. Still holding trades overnight, nothing wrong with that. Now we are seeing the same practice, moving the stop loss, and as the market progresses, and it creates higher structure if you're a buyer. Again, I love the entry. He basically nailed the bottom of this whole trend to the upside. Could have entered earlier here, but yeah, he was cautious. The market was starting to be printing higher lows, and then he saw this momentum, decided, I'm not going to wait anymore, I'm going to jump in the buying train. Initial stop loss, pretty sure, was somewhere below this low, maybe 15,600, sorry, and then it got completely moved and trailed. The market got quite close here to being stopped out. Would have been a shame, but then manually closed his position. And yes, I love the fact that he closed his position here. He saw this huge leg of momentum to the downside, and as you can see here, guys, the market was struggling to basically get back on the buying train. You can see it making higher lows, but it wasn't making that conclusive of a higher high somewhere around here, and our trader decided, yeah, why not, 3k is enough, I will close this position. Lovely trade to see. Let's see the most loss-making trade as well, and it's this one on DAX, $693. Unfortunately, this trade came after a gap up opening, and gap up openings usually mean, not always, but usually mean that the market will follow the direction of the gap, at least in that trading day, not before filling the gap with a downward or upward leg, but then the market will continue with this initial momentum. And yes, unfortunately, our trader got busted here, manually closed his position, which is something that I'd love to do myself, but I don't really find the discipline to do it. If the position gets so close to my stop loss, well, be it, I'll just leave the stop loss there. But our trader decided, well, to close his position manually. I'm pretty sure he was kicking himself during this down leg, but nothing really much to see here other than an awesomely disciplined trader who has perfected his craft on only one instrument, which is the DAX. He is showing consistent win ratio, consistent profit factor, and he managed to bank. EverTrader doesn't have a leaderboard, but if it were to have, I'm pretty sure that this trader would have smashed the history out of that leaderboard with the 43% profit split. So yeah, guys, until next time, if you want to see your account analyzed here, sign up with EverTrader. $200,000 accounts up for grabs. If you want to see your account analyzed here, get funded and we will check your account out together. If you have suggestions regarding this channel, please let us know in the comments, and until next time, as usual, guys, stay safe and happy trading. Bye bye.